Mango here, out with a new video. So today I'm going to discuss about my gaming experience with Gray Zone Warfare. It is a tactical shooter game that is in early access, and you can experience it by going into Steam and buying the early access version. So in this video I will be discussing about my experience so far in the game. That way you can decide whether you should buy it or look for something else. Now, let's talk about the gameplay. Playing in the game, you will encounter some frame rates to drop by a lot. So that's one of the big issues. They need to optimize the game so it can run smoothly. The graphics are really good and really impressive. It's not like the top tier graphics like EA will make in Battlefield or Star Wars Battlefront. So that I give it like a good grade. And for the frame rates to be fixed, you can go into settings, lower the graphics. That's my way on how I fix things that drop in frame rates a lot. I just tone down the graphics a little bit, not by a much where like I can enjoy the game, because you know sometimes looking at beautiful things makes you want to stay in the game. Yeah, now let's talk about the gun gameplay. It is great to shoot the gun. Like there is many times where like I just shoot the gun for no reason, just to just shoot it. I really enjoy shooting it. And the way you can customize the gun is really fire. There is a lot when it comes to customizing the gun. Like you can take the stock out of it, you can take the barrel, change the barrel, you could change the sight, you can add suppressor, you can add muzzle flashes, you know, that way you can reduce the muzzle flash. And yeah, there is a lot when it comes to like on customizing it. I like the feature where you can eat, you can drink water, there's all the stuff you need to do. It like brings like some of the realism, which is really nice to have, like especially when it's like one of the games that is doing it like as a tactical shooter rather than like the zombie genre where like you need to like worry about like sleep, food, the weather and all that stuff. But so far like Gray Zone is not dealing with weather, so you can like have a full shirt on, like a long sleeve shirt, not worry about weather conditions. I don't know if they're gonna discuss about adding that. Now that like I discussed about the gunplay, the one thing I don't like about the gunplay when I enter firefights are the movements, right? The movements is like really bad. In my opinion, I didn't really like the movements. Like it felt weird when the character moved. It was like clunky and the movement just felt awkward. Like I'm not even in a tactical warfare. Like it didn't even feel tactical for me. So I think they need to fix the movement or like do a rework on the movement. I really don't like the movement. The second problem I encountered while playing in the game is the leaning options, right? The leaning just terrible. One of the terrible leaning mechanics I ever played besides Battlefield 4. I mean, Battlefield 4 was not even meant for leaning, but they did add the leaning. I think Battlefield 4's leaning is better than Gray Zone Warfare. It's just that's how bad it is. And you can barely even lean left or right, really short, you know? You can't really, yeah, like I can't even say like explain it. Just the leaning is just so bad. They should add like something like ready or not mechanics where like the leaning, like you can lean all the way to the left, you can lean all the way to the right, you can lean up or even down. They should just add a mechanic like that, because not a lot of tactical shooters use that mechanic. The only thing I can name so far, like I can't even name another tactical shooter that does that rather than Arma 3. So the leaning, they need to fix that. And I can't even lean on the floor. Like I try to lean on the ground, you can't lean left or right. That's just another thing that really bothers me, and like it just breaks the immersion out of me just even like consider tactical. Like I can't even move tactically. So the leaning needs a bunch of rework. I haven't gone far on the PvP. Let's see how the PvP plays in the future. Hopefully I encounter that. The AI needs a lot of work, making them do something. You know, I will go to like zone A to zone B, the NPCs or AI, you want to call them. They just stand still with their gun, just holding their gun, staying still in the middle of the road. Like at least make them do something, like sit down, go on a chair, have the radio on, like make them turn on the radio and do something, you know? It breaks the immersion off, and it just felt so repetitive. Like that makes me not want to play the game, because it's like the Division. But you know the difference with the Division, at least the Division, they add AI doing something. Like, you know, it kept me feeling like, oh, I'm doing something different. So please, devs, make the AI do something, okay? I can't just have them stand still. I mean, it's an easy target for me, but it just breaks the tactical immersion if you're trying to set a setting of a tactical shooter game. It just breaks it, and not feeling like an actual mission, you know? We need something with the AI. It needs a redo. Now, my last and final opinion is that they need to add a vehicle into the game. You know, we have helicopters, but it's like, it's so far what you can do, you know? It's really repetitive. You drop in with the heli and then go to the landing zone, shoot a couple things, then go back and then back to base. Like, that's really boring. Like, I don't see this surpassing Escape from Tarkov. I see this game actually dying, like, not even when it's fully released. So if you want this game to continue on being like really good and having like a great player base, I think we need to add vehicles, right? It'll make the game 10 times better if we just add a vehicle. Like, it doesn't even need to be a Humvee. Like, we can add an SUV or a freaking Toyota pickup truck, you know, like, and customize it, because like the customization is really great. Like, I like how you can customize the character and everything. But if you can customize the vehicles, right? On my Toyota pickup truck, right? I can probably put like a turret on the back and then probably change the camo of it and then use that money, right? So we can use the money to buy the vehicle itself and use the money to upgrade it. I think it makes the game 100% better, and it just makes it feel like what I'm doing in the mission is it brings in value to what I'm doing in the mission, because I don't see any value of like just dropping in there and then basically hopefully like getting a reward mission. And that's one thing I want to bring up is the reward mission. Can you please add the guys inside the base, right? Like, the way you pick up your rewards, I don't know, it's just, it felt lazy to me. Like, I think they need to work on that too. I felt like it was lazy. And especially the locker, you just like go in base, just press tab and the locker's right there. I feel like they need to put it in the actual locker. There's actually lockers inside the base. If you walk in, if you can just have it where you can interact and then put it in your locker, rather than you put it in this whole atmosphere like you're in like a domain expansion zone where like you just magically put it on a locker like in the mid-air. That, I don't see it. That's not really tactical. I mean, there's like other games that you had to go into a locker room and put like stuff in it, like Minecraft or like Ready or Not. We got Ready or Not doing that. Even Arma 3, you have to go in and just place the items in there. So that needs to be addressed. I hope a lot of like YouTubers are talking about it, especially like other critics. They are criticizing like how the game is really bad and you shouldn't buy it. But I think that we need to give it a chance, because it is an early access, so it is gonna change. Now that I got everything out of my chest, what do you think about the game? Like, what do you feel they should add to make this game better? And thank you for listening to me, and like, comment, and subscribe.